Last night at 5:30, we told you that a preservation group is trying to halt construction of a new storage facility for the Maid of the Mist. Tonight, we're getting an up-close look at what's really going on at that site. News 4's Ed Dranch is following up tonight. Ed?
Jackie, we were given behind-the-scenes access today by a state representative who says much of the former power plant has been reduced to rubble, but the parts that are still standing are vital to the region's history and will be preserved if and when work continues. Standing on the elevator shaft of the old Shulkoff power plant, you see beginning stages of work on the new Maid of the Mist storage docks stopped after a judge's order.
One of our most iconic tourist attractions, brand name associated with Niagara Falls and with New York State around the world, is at risk.
Mayor Paul Deister is none too pleased about the newly formed preservation group filing a lawsuit against the state and Maid of the Mist stopping the work. They claim this area that we visited by boat would not be preserved during and after construction of the new docks.
What it would be like going through a tourist season without the Maid in place is something I don't want to find out what the consequences are, but I'm sure it would be economically damaging to not just the Maid of the Mist, but to a lot of businesses around Niagara Falls.
Most of the work here at the old Shulkoff power plant has to be done by November 1st to get the Maid of the Mist boats out of the water before it freezes.
We've followed all the procedures to the letter of the law, and we're confident the court will see it that way and we'll be able to proceed.
Pete Gallivan represents Governor Andrew Cuomo in western New York. He says building docks at this historic site will keep the Maid functional after Hornblower Yachts takes over on the Canadian side come 2014.
The state was in the 10th year of a 40-year contract in good standing with the Maid of the Mist, a family-owned business here in New York State and western New York since 1971. We didn't think it was right to pull the plug on that.
The state says all preservation guidelines are being followed. Deister says it's time to get back to work.
Well, I think all of us just hope that this is going to get resolved so that construction can resume, because if it doesn't get done, then we don't know what's going to be happening with the Maid of the Mist for next year.
Both sides are due back in state Supreme Court on Thursday to settle this argument, either stopping work for good or giving crews the green light once again. We'll keep you posted. Reporting live tonight, Ed Dranch, News 4 at 5:30.